Greetings. I'm running the technology this morning, so we may have just gone live. Blessings. So today is July 2nd, 2017, and we're here at the Spirit of the Lotus. And so today's service is on faith. And what is faith? And why does faith matter? So, during these times, it's important for us to work with the virtue of faith. Faith is our heartbeat. It's the birds in the sky, the plants on the ground, the weeds, the forest fire. Faith is trusting that all is according to God's will, and not just trusting, but knowing that everything is in the hands of the Creator. And as we teach here at the Spirit of the Lotus, who is the Creator? The Creator is all. So therefore, it's within us, without us. It's also what we create. So, how do we do this? One of the patterns that we have is, when we talk to a lot of people that have these kind of things, is control. We want to control, and trying to control is a symptom of lack of faith. Why do we need to control? And we can start to look at that and say, okay, what is going on that I need to be in control of? Not only my experience, but other people's experiences. Why, and a good example of this is when we try to protect our children and we try to really control their experiences. And in a way, what are we doing? We're limiting their experience. And yes, we try to keep them safe, and we tell them, like, if you go in the street, you could get hit by a car, but you could also cross the street, look both ways. So it's giving tools, but it's not, and that's a very surface level example. What we're talking about more is trying to control the emotional experience, the mental experience, the spiritual experience. So what can we do? One of our main teachers, we are in this world of duality, this world of matter, this natural world. We can turn to nature. Nature teaches us about the range of experience that is possible on this planet. And all of this was created by us and the Creator, co-creators. We were given free will choice, and our experience is a choice. So how do we look at nature? One of the most obvious examples is on deciduous trees, the leaves turn brown in the fall, they fall away in the winter, and they bud in the spring. And then in the summer, you see the full glory of the tree with fruit, or however it fully expresses itself in that state. And so even just looking at one tree, or another example of this would be if you look out across a landscape and you see the undulating, the hills and the cliffs and the valleys. That is nature, how the land is formed and how it's shaped. As human beings, we've stepped out and we have started to try to control nature. Leveling fields and trying to control plants and how they grow in their natural cycles. But if we can look at those things in its original form, what is the nature? The nature is what it is. We can choose to judge, and we can, and I know a lot of people, when the leaves turn brown and they start to fall off the tree, we have a certain feeling or energy toward that experience. Like, oh, it could be, uh-oh, here comes winter, or, oh, that tree's ugly now. It's missing its leaves, or, oh, it looks dead. It looks dead now. With the landscape, we might say, oh, that cliff is so dangerous. Something's gonna fall off that cliff. We're judging, and it's our perception. And God the creator, the creation, all of this was created the way it is for a reason. For the range of experiences that not only nature itself has and holds, but also as human beings, what we have and hold. So we have a choice. We can really try to control, and right now we're just talking about the outside nature. We can really try to control the outside nature. And we pull weeds, we do things like that to let other plants grow. But it's also taking a look within. What do we try to control here? And then also outside, not in terms of nature, but with other people. How do we try to control other people? How do we try to control their experience in God, as God? So, people don't really usually like to see other people's feelings get hurt. A joyful experience is more sought after in our minds. But what do we actually seek after? We have this ability to have this huge range of experience in the body, on the planet, as a child of God, manifested, embodied on the planet. So why do we try to block it? We try to block it And then the other thing that we do is we might seek joy, but what do we end up with? Misery. Why? Why does that happen? Misery, or maybe misery is a strong word, suffering on one level or another. How do we clear away that so that we can have perfect faith in God and trust and know that the plan is happening in us, around us, with the people that we love, the people that we are in relationship, that we see on our day-to-day lives, and people that we see on the media, or just, in our sphere, people that are in our consciousness. Do we try to control? Other people? How do we deal with this? A common way that we deal with it is complaining. So we decide that we don't like something, we don't want it to be there, we don't like the way it's happening, we don't like how it's going. So we make that choice, we judge it, and we say, well, if I was in control, it wouldn't be happening like that. And then how does it manifest? We start to complain, and it's not going according to how I want it to go. Or you might have a group of people that think like you. It's not going how we want it to go in this group. And out it comes, manifesting. Thought, word, and then deed. So the thought comes, the speech comes. This is a vibration that's creating our reality. And nobody else is responsible for it except for us. We are the only person that can control what comes out of our mouth. What comes out of our mouth, and eventually what comes out of our actions. What do? We start isolating people because they don't think like us, or they don't do how we do. We separate. They're not as loving as I am. It's so ridiculous, but that's what we do. They're not as loving as I am. They're not as faithful as I am. They're not as spiritual as I am. And we start setting up walls. They don't agree with my beliefs. So therefore, I can control the situation by not being around them, or doing whatever is in my power to make sure that they know that they are not doing according to God's will. And so, and then it just multiplies. We just multiply it. And that's okay. This is part of our experience of God, God's plan for us. It's our choice how we respond. So it's okay. It's not to start beating ourselves up or condemning ourselves. Who are we to condemn ourselves? Who are we to condemn the Creator? Who are we to condemn nature? So it's not to start beating ourselves up, but it's to start taking responsibility and looking at what what are we doing? What are we doing? And why? So how do we deal with this? This is where awareness and transmutation come into play. I think there's a switch that needs to be turned on. So, practicing awareness. First, having the realization that this thought is coming up, that I feel this way, that I'm having fear, I'm having doubt, I'm having anxiety, I'm having spiritual yearning. First, we become aware of it, and this is mindfulness. We just become aware. We don't judge it. It's not good or bad. Just see it for what it is. This is part of God's experience. It's part of the plan. It's part of God's plan. Thank you, God. Thank God. Thank God for the experience. Become aware. Once we become aware of it, we get to choose how we respond to it. So we get to choose, okay, that's an uncomfortable feeling. I don't like it. I'm going with that. I'm going to go and I'm going to run with that. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. So therefore, I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to tell everybody I don't like it. Okay, that's one way. And the other way, another way, because there's many ways. Another way is to transmute the energy. Thank you. Transmute the energy into light. Light energy. And the rainbow bridge is a way for us to do this, to transmute energy, turning darkness into light. We become aware of the darkness, and we have the privilege, it's a gift to lift it up, down, in, and out to God. It's not just lifting it up, because God is also here. So it's being here and shifting the energy. It's a privilege. It's a gift to become aware and choose how we're going to respond to that. Are we going to increase? What do we want to increase? And we might call this negativity. We might call this positivity. But it doesn't even matter. It's where do you want to take it? You get to choose how you lift or experience with God, in God, through God, as God, of God. And this is faith. Faith in knowing that even though something may seem so dire, it is God, and I am responsible. I am that I am. I am a co-creator. All of this is for us. All of this is for me. All of this is for you. God is so generous and We get to shine. It's shining if we choose that. And just like the hills and valleys, there are ups and downs. It's not easy. It's not easy. Because when you're down in a pit, to be aware that, hey, I'm in the pit and I brought myself here, I'm taking responsibility for this. That is not easy, but it gets easier. It does get easier because it's creating habits of how we respond. And God takes care of us. We are taken care of, just as in nature. We are taken care of, and we get to create those habits. We have the ability to start creating. Yes, there is pain. Yes, there is suffering. How do we respond? And sometimes you need to go down into the pit. And it's okay. It's part of God's plan. We lift, we rise. I mean, we're like a wave. Nature is filled with this rhythm of up and down, in and out, around, birth, death. It is a beautiful experience. Allow people, allow your loved ones to have their experience. We don't have to control. We don't have to control things. Everything is in God's hands. And we can be hearing the small voice, the wee small voice of God. We can be silent and listen and be. And we're not just this body. We are vibrating molecules of energy in every single place that we step, every single place that we go, every place that we think of, every person we think of. These are energy imprints. That's our legacy. We leave this and we share it. We can share and we can love, and we can, a great teacher can be right there and they will move, and you can move into where they were and you feel the difference. You feel the love. You feel the peace. We are that. Many teachers have come and showed us that we are that. That is us. We have that ability and that choice. So, it's very exciting. Nature is beautiful. Trust God. Have faith. Know why you're doing something. If you want to control somebody else or some situation, figure out why. Where is that coming from? Why do we need to control? Get down to the root of the matter and ask yourself, do I really trust God? Do I want to trust God? Can I practice trusting and having faith? Can I let go of control? Can I stop trying to control this person's experience? taking it away from them. And it is a balance, and there is discretion. Listen to God, listen to the heart. And that's why we teach meditation here at the Spirit of the Lotus, and why we teach the Rainbow Bridge. The Rainbow Bridge lifts us. It's Jacob's ladder. We climb. We climb up and down. We ascend and descend. Because we can practice. We can do this. So prepare for deep level meditation. We'll do the Rainbow Bridge meditation. And just try to visualize the colors, relax. Something that helps people to see the colors is when we say like red, imagine a red rose or something that you love that's red. And for orange, visualize something orange that you see every day. And if you don't see the colors, don't worry about it because it's a vibration. So whether or not it does, don't try to control it. Let it be. Let it be according to co-creating with God. It's a vibration. Color is a manifestation of vibration. And we are vibrating. And we work with multiple vibrations, reaching for the light. Relax and breathe. Just relax. Relax the body. Just notice how the body feels. Don't judge it. We are rewiring the brain. We choose how we will respond. We choose the light. And for every one step we take towards God, God takes 10 steps towards us. Relax. Breathe. And prepare as we visualize the planetary rainbow bridge. Red crystal fire light. Red crystal fire light. Rose red crystal Rose red crystal fire Rose red crystal fire red crystal Experience this rose red ray. Just breathe. Let the color move in, through, and about us, healing us, healing the physical body, the finances, and our sense of security. Now release the rose red ray and visualize moving in and out to an orange color ray. Orange crystal firelight, 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 orange crystal firelight. Feel the joy of God. The great love for God. Emotional peace and stability. Rejoicing in the one. Just allow the orange flame to heal, to do its job. Release the orange ray and visualize moving all about you. A yellow color ray. Yellow crystal firelight, 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 yellow crystal firelight. See this yellow ray of light clearing the mind, burning away all worry, doubt, and fear, mental anxieties, turning the mind into a smooth running ship. Peace, mental clarity, understanding systems. Let the yellow ray move in, through, and about, touching every cell of your being. Healing. And now release the yellow ray and pay careful attention as we move from the lower realities to the higher realities, from death to immortality, from darkness to light, and visualize green crystal firelight, emerald green firelight, green crystal firelight, green crystal firelight, green crystal firelight, green crystal firelight. Visualize this green ray healing our inner and outer environment. Wisdom and truth. We have the wisdom to see the truth. Healing of the psychic powers. Clarity in the heart. We hear our heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will forget you, I will never forsake you. I will never forget you, I will never forsake you. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Now release the green ray and visualize the sky blue ray. Blue crystal firelight. Blue crystal firelight. Sky blue crystal firelight. Blue crystal firelight. Blue crystal firelight, blue crystal firelight. The first ray of the Godhead, sky blue ray. Peace, creativity, and truth. Let the blue ray move in, through, and about you, touching every cell and atom of your being. Dancing with Krishna. In the presence of the Christ. We have faith and trust in our Lord. And release the blue ray. Now visualize an indigo ray of light moving in, through, and about us. Indigo crystal firelight. 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 Do we believe that there is only one? We are one. Part of a multifaceted diamond. An indescribable experience of God. that we are that, made in His image. We contain the stars, the whole universe. Being both in it and having it within. We are that. Now release the indigo colored ray and visualize violet. Violet crystal firelight. Violet crystal firelight. Violet crystal firelight. Twirl violet firelight. Twirl firelight. Twirl violet firelight. Be this transmutation. We are here in service to humanity. We transmute darkness into light. He showed us how. We celebrate and dance with the great holy beings and angels in victory of God's plan. The great transfiguration, transmutation into light. Truth in action. Now release the violet ray and visualize a golden crystal firelight. And see this golden crystal firelight moving in, through, and about us. Protection, protecting us, healing us, sealing us in the light. Now see this golden light transfiguring into a clear crystalline light. See this clear crystalline light moving in, through, and about us, permeating every cell and atom of our being, healing us, lifting our vibration, clearing away debris. Love, the glue of the universe. We are love. We are light. Now see this crystalline firelight expanding and expanding throughout this room, throughout this city. See this great love expanding throughout our state and country, healing, lifting throughout the planet, within and without. See this light expanding and expanding out through the universe. We connect with our brothers and sisters in the light, in the Christ. in love. Rest and relax in the clear white light. Now see a river flowing from the throne of God, and a twin river flowing from infinity, joining into one. See this crystalline river flowing down through the center of the crown, touching the earth. See this river of light moving up through the feet, in through the palms of the hand. Now we are shining as 10,000 times 10,000 suns, clear crystalline light. And as we're ready, bring the energy back into the body. And when we're all the way back in the body, we'll rub the palms together and cup them gently over the eyes. We may do this now. May God continually bless you and your loved ones, everything you touch. Thank you for joining us today here at the Spirit of the Lotus. Have a beautiful week. Blessings.